And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And back to the harem-y stuff where everyone's into me. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. And now we're getting okay. I've been getting massive like Toradora vibes from her from the beginning. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Just keeping it unbuttoned for me. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine, fine. It's a deal. Wait, how does she know how late I've been staying up? Wait a second. Wait a second. She's either staying over, or we're in stalker territory. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. I feel like normal people wouldn't say that. I just feel like normal people wouldn't say that. You're doing it again. I was joking that time. It's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Monica suddenly calls out, why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay! Can't wait to read yours. Same. I fail to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. First, we are going to pick Monica first again. Hi again. How's her writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going to be bad, I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright, I like this one. Makes me think of something Sayori would like. Maybe it's because I designed it with that in mind. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had these sorts of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case, but maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks to you. Sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Aww. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get from reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into this too much? I could be. Yeah, I sound like you read. But in any case, Sayori's writing has a gentle feel to it. I can tell she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy things so sad, too? Yeah, it's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. But anyway, want to read my poem now? Take a look. Same. Uh-oh, that's not good opening. And
The noise, the colors are what?
load.
What?
Whoa. Okay.
Whoa.
Hold on.
Whoa.
We're not at that phase yet. We're not at that
Whoa.
phase yet. Let's take a couple steps back.
And so let's scroll back to the top. Oh, did the music stop?
No, music's still going.
Okay.
It's even more oh my gosh, abstract than your last one.
Be right back.
What's up? Did he say pure or be right back?
I have no idea.
Also, I saw Venno left. Did he say something while I was reading or?
No.
Oh, so
I'm
Venno's
just tired.
Okay, that's fine. But yeah, I'll stop at the midway point and we'll get Venno back for the next one. I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. I'm failing to see so far what it is that you all like really had to be here for. I'm gonna be completely honest, because it's just been like harem-y best girl stuff so far. Like, did you guys just want to know like best girl or?
You just keep playing.
Okay. You got me thinking here. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I've never really seen before. I made the text box go away again. There we go. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. Oh yeah, like how everything's at the top and then there's just the immediate, like, sexual comment at the bottom. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's so hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Aha. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Wait. I fail to understand. If it's not about something, then it's about nothing. And at that point, we have Seinfeld. At that point, we just have Seinfeld. Okay. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. Okay. All right. So we're gonna face a really difficult decision, and we're gonna have to save our game. Oh, what was the game before? What's the game where it has like really fourth wall breaking comments like that? Like
Undertale? If it's not Undertale, then I don't know.
no, it was something that's like, it's like if you died in the game, instead of just giving you a loading screen and loading back to your previous save point, it would be like, huh, maybe you should try saving more often. Or like, and then say like, maybe you should try getting better at the game. It will like actually tell you that.
I don't know what
I
that
have
would be then,
no
no.
idea.
Matt, what was that?
I got no idea.
Okay, moving on. You never know when you might change your mind. Okay, so we're gonna face a really difficult choice, probably in this chapter, because they're bringing it up in this chapter, and I should save my game.
Perhaps.
The next choice I make, I need to save. The next choice that feels like it's important, I need to save my game in front of. Okay. When something unexpected may happen. Okay, so basically after we read the poems and this next scene plays out, pretty much is what I'm getting. Wait, is this tip even about right? What am I even talking about? I don't know. What are you talking about? You're just casually just mining down the fourth wall with a pickaxe. That's my advice for thanks for listening. The poem next, we are gonna pick Sayori. Oh my goodness, this is so good. I love it. Especially after yesterday's. You're too honest sometimes, Sayori. No, but really. I want to put this on my wall. Okay, whoa.
Alright.
You understand that, like, that's the equivalent of refrigerator worthy. Like, the refrigerator is reserved for masterpieces. Like, truly only the best of the best. I don't think anything I could write would be refrigerator worthy. But maybe I'm wrong. Can I? Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. Yeah, this is not refrigerator worthy. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Oh, I say that all the time. I honestly have no clue what I'm doing. That reminds me of ReZero in 8 minutes. I don't even know what I'm doing here. I don't even know what I'm doing. Maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Ahaha. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? We're calling her out, man. We're calling her out. Admit it. You like me because I'm the self-insert who's amazing. Well, maybe I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you a lot better than other people, you know. So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a pure poem. Alright. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. It's a little too deep for my liking. Hugs the sheet against her chest. Oh, okay, this is getting into like obsession territory. I feel like normal person wouldn't do that.
You ain't seen nothing yet, son.
Ain't seen nothing.
I mean,
yet.
what? Continue.
You're so weird, Sayori. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad, but that's why I just go to my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. Not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of the whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me great answer! Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? Oh, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. Getting hurt at some point. Ooh, that was surprisingly deep and possibly meta breaking. Meta wall breaking. I don't know. That might be talking at talking about like the future plot. Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Cool. Wait. Sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. Okay, there's got to be some other opposite thing that you sway one way or the other. There's a word for that, right? Indecisive? Bittersweet. I mean, I like indecisive, but that works. Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad? I can't see you liking something sad. Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes, when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug. I'm failing to grasp this. Is this like a two negatives make a positive type of thing?
No clue, dude.
And make a nice happy rainbow. I mean, I guess if the equation makes sense in your head, then Siri, that's unexpectedly poetic. Huh, funny enough, because we're doing poems. Anyway, it is. Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Pure. Maybe you'll confess to me. At some point. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Bottles. Ugh, that's graphic.
Pop off my scalp. Glitter
All my
cookie jar.
dreams. Oh, I mean, I guess if you're getting symbolic with it, I guess. I read that, like, literally. Okay, I'm not reading, like, all of this. This is way too long. Okay. Holy crap. Siri, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but, I mean, I didn't expect something like this from you.
Is this still the second round of poems?
This is still the second round of
Oh
poems.
my god.
Oh.
You gotta hurry it up.
Bruh, I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. I have to read every line.
We're gonna be here till midnight.
No, I'm like, you say there's 3 rounds, right?
There's one. Yeah, there's one more after this, and then after that there's another scene, and then the act ends.
And the act ends. Okay, and I'm guessing you said that's the halfway point, so that's 2
That's
acts,
the
right?
halfway point. Yeah, there's 2.
I'm gonna try and get to the halfway
We
point.
could definitely finish Act 1 tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna finish Act 1. Okay. And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that, seeing as how you're making the advances onto me. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly.
Almost.
Maybe it's because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. Thinking too hard about it. Point is, came out good. You should be proud of it. The old Phil Robertson thumbs up. You got it. Thanks. By the way, do you guys get that reference?
I
No.
wasn't really. I didn't catch the. What was it?
I said, so you can't see me, but on the screen, I did I hold my hand kind of flat, and then I flip it into a thumbs up, kind of the old, what Phil Robertson always did on Duck Dynasty.
No, I never watched that.
Aw, you should. It was a good show. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. Oh, and especially you, Ben. You would love Duck, or I don't know if love, but you would like Duck Dynasty. for like the themes in it and everything. It even helps me understand my own feelings a bit better. Writing is like magic. I tried to say magic as like
I
half.
totally got what you were trying to do there.
I tried to do the
Yumiko.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? Oh gosh, that voice crack was insane. I need water.
Bruh, I got this shit going on my TV. I got my wireless headsets. I'm just laying in bed watching this right now. This is fantastic.
I am glad that you are enjoying yourself. I hope you keep
I
it up.
am going to be enjoying myself a lot more by the end of the day.
Is there like a huge cliffhanger at the end of Act 1? Like, am I gonna be sitting on this for the whole day?
Probably.
There's
So
only
that's
one
a
way to find
yes.
out. For us to know, and you to find out.
I'm gonna
I
keep
think you
writing
should
until
just continue playing.
Yeah, what he said.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Odd choice of words, but okay. Don't get ahead of yourself. Zuri has always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I know a lot of people like that. I wonder if this is one of those times. Seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. We beg Natsuki. Natsuki reads the poem, glances at me, back at the poem. Now she must have read it more than once. Is it that bad? No, it's not. It's good. It's really good. Okay? There, I said it. This wasn't supposed to happen at all. Why can't you just be bad at this? Why can't you just suck? My poems are supposed to impress you, not the other way. Okay, so you're literally admitting at this point you want to impress me. You're trying to impress me? Obviously, you think I'd let you enjoy Yuri's writing more than mine? Give me a break. Well, in that case, what's the problem with me trying to impress you? The problem is that we're about to get the police car called on us. I'll tell you, Natsuki's face freezes like she just realized something. You're trying to impress me? Natsuki's voice vigorously scans her eyes over my poem one more time. Then, the poem slips out of her hands and flutters to the floor. I have to use the bathroom. Red face, Natsuki quickly walks out of the room. Pure, did you do something to Natsuki? I swear I didn't do anything. We don't need to call the police. Like, I'm raising my hands in the air like, you know, like you do when the ball goes out of bounds in basketball. Like, I didn't touch it. I didn't touch it. I just saw her rush out like that. You didn't do anything terrible, do you? No. Didn't do anything terrible. Don't call the police. Like, whiskey stuck in my throat. There's no way I could tell Monica I was trying to impress Natsuki. Monica sees the poem lying on the floor and swiftly picks it up. She skims it over a second time, her smile not fading from her face. I see. First I thought you liked her writing style, but you wrote this for Natsuki, didn't you? I mean, not really. In fact, didn't she like your poem a lot from the other day too? I'm surprised you know her taste so well already. Are you sure you're not cheating?
What?
Cheating in the sense of scamming, like I'm looking it up, like I'm googling this stuff, or cheating like
The other cheating.
the other cheating
Question.
on Sayori? Because I think didn't the president say something about like me and Sayori being like super close? And I definitely get the small like subtle hints from the dialogue that like the president does want me and Sayori to be a thing. See, this could be either. Hang on. Cheating? I guess we're gonna learn right now what she means. Never mind. I'm just kidding. I guess we're not gonna learn what she means. I didn't understand Monica's joke at all. Anyway. How do you think Natsuki feels about me? I mean, everyone in this game probably likes me, because I'm a self-insert whose poems are immediately amazing, and I'm just great at everything. It was something for you to think about. Hey! Snatches the poem out of Monica's hands. Neither of us noticed her re-enter the classroom. Did you read this? Of course, I liked it. Yeah. You should really stop reading things that aren't for you, you know? You have a bad habit of doing that. But Pure wrote this poem. And we're supposed to share with everyone, right? Got him! Alright. Natsuki freezes. She apparently forgot that the poem is technically for everyone. I think Pure is done sharing this poem with everyone. It's not like anyone would want to read this anyway. Immediately snaps back into tsundere mode. In fact, I'm just going to hold on to this. If you insist. But why are you looking at me like that? Like what? Never mind. Natsuki. I'll give you the poem, but that's still not very fair to Yuri. She hasn't gotten to read it yet. So what? Well, I guess Pure is right. It's not fair to if you don't let everyone finish reading it. Returns the poem. It's not like she's going to like it, though. So I wonder what happens in that dialogue if I pick Yuri first. Like, before her. Or just at any point before her. I wonder what happens with that dialogue. Huh. Okay. Anyway, read my poem now. This is only my copy. Amy likes spiders. You ever heard about Amy? I don't care. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. Oh, it's one of those things where, like, you intentionally do bad so that when you do the next one, it's all about the improvement. Gotcha. I had a writing class like that once, sophomore year of college, where the professor said day one, "Oh, I'm going to grade you on your improvement, not based on like how good you are."
So then you throw.
So you throw week one, and then you just do everything right from there, and oh, you improved. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. It helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk? Do you know people like that? Of course. It's about how everyone thinks that doesn't matter. It can be about anything. Well, I think she is. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Oh, like SAO and Future Diary, and No Game No Life. Something that you're afraid if people find out that they'd make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Yeah, see, that's the spirit. You like what you want to enjoy. Who cares about what someone likes, as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Alrighty then. You're definitely right. I can relate to that. I'm sure a lot of other people can too. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. The conveying emotions is important. But I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm going to write a good one for tomorrow too, so I look forward to it. And finally, Yuri. Is it my turn? Let's see how it compares to yesterday's. I see. A bit different. I respect you for trying different things. Were you inspired by Natsuki's poem? Ooh, I wonder if that dialogue changes if both poems are for the same person. Because remember, the first one was designed for Natsuki. The second one was designed for Sayori. So I wonder if it changes, if that dialogue right there changes. Well, I guess you could say that. I thought so. I'm happy for you. You don't need to find inspiration in my poems. I read them for myself, not for anyone else. I mean, that's fair. I can understand that perspective. So I don't really need for people to like them or anything. Yuri, sorry for being blunt, but you're overthinking this a little. It's just because our styles are different doesn't mean I dislike your poems. In fact, if I tried to do something in your style, I would probably just do a terrible job. I see. I'm sorry. Stupid mind, it likes to do that sometimes. No, I didn't do anything wrong. You're fine. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. try letting your mind wander through your feelings, and this is getting way too feely for me, so we're gonna skip this step and write down the things you see in here. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. And that's a certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. Example of that, if you'd like to read it, of course. Oh, I can't read this handwriting. We are skipping this. Yeah, you guys complain about how this is dragging out now. Imagine if I sat through and read all this stuff. Trying to figure out what all these words are. It was a little more daring than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know because I didn't read it. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something different, or something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Huh, that's funny. Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for a strange interest. She did? Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anyone. She's right. I mean, does she really feel that way? Yeah. Sounds like you two have that in common. See? We're mending. We're coming together and becoming friends again. We are mending the relationship here. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. I suppose that's my fault for judging. Don't worry. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. Oddly enough, that's usually the key to anything, is just listening. And that's just for all aspects of life. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems. Extra, just something planned extra for today. Come with me about the festival, sort of. It's not like we can put anything together in just a few days. We'll end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do all last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're gonna keep it simple. We don't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets being given out during the event. That's great, but that doesn't even tell us what we're actually be doing for the event. I thought you'd heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Oh dear. We're going to be having a poetry... Oh, we did something like this in high school. This is so boring. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. So Yori's putting it on all posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Alright. Who's been coloring a poster holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting these up, did you? Well, I did. I mean, hey, it's a good thing to be on top of things. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea. One of these to be best girl. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place. I know you do. We all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of a room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Yeah, have faith. I need a drink. Oh my gosh, we still have a whole nother round of this. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess it leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a bit. Maybe, but... It looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. We just have to get it over with. Alright! Alright. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances... Words! Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. Sigh. I guess I don't really have a choice. Haha, that's everyone! Do-do-do-do-do. You'll be fine. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to participate. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. This is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Yes, you can go next. Notebook, specific poem, stands behind the podium. Confident voice fills the room. I apply emotion behind each line. It's around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Suri is amazed. Tense expression. Monica finishes. Four of us applaud. Takes a breath and smiles. That was so good. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next? I'll go next. Alright. Yuri is on fire. Not literally. Keeping her head down, walks over to the podium. After image. Okay, so after image is her word. I need to remember that for the third set. After image is her word, so I need to not pick after image. I mean, I don't know what it means, but just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she putting in so much effort? It's almost like what happens when she gets absorbed into her books. Quivering words transformed into sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns, and its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back to reality and glances around her as if she alerted even herself.
Eminem, okay.
Up there goes gravity. All right, I'm not gonna make people's ears bleed even more. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard. We must have forgotten. We applaud. Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. All right. Guess I'm next. So Yuri hops out of the chair, walks to the podium. My meadow. Aha! Giggled. Sayori, all bubbly. A lot harder than I thought. How'd you guys do this so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out best that way. I see. Okay then. Begins her poem. Feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery as Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. That can be taken literally, and that is sad that can be taken literally. Reaching into someone. Sayori finished well. Good job, Sayori. Even Pure liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that mean? Came out nicely. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. Like, they all have to know that they're all into me, right? Like, they all have to know at this point. The fight on the first day, she's making comments about her. Like, they all have to know that they're all into me. And it's probably just because I'm, like, the only dude here.
But probably like it's because of the whole point of the game.
Yeah. Might as well that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours that were sort of where that sort of gentle delivery doesn't work. They might need a little more force behind it, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. I've been practicing this kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. The next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a bit more. We don't have much time before the festival. Natsuki? It's not like compared to you guys anyways. Might as well lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Alrighty then.
Wow.
Come at me, bro.
Got it.
Natsuki. It's fine. Might as well get this over with. It's not like I have much of a selection as to what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. It has their eyes on me. making me feel terribly awkward. I recite the poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence. I mean, that's just the answer with everything. If you're confident, you'll do better. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Maybe. All right then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. I'm going. So wait, the poem. It was called. Why are you all looking at me? Cause you're talking. Standing in front of the group and talking. What do you mean? Why are we looking at you? You're the only person we should be looking at. Because you're presenting. Called Jump. Doot, 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 doot. Alright. As you're reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes, and everyone applauds. She hops back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. This was just practice, kid. The whole point is for the festival. Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. What do you mean by that? I can put on whatever face I want for other people. When it's just friends, it's just embarrassing. Ooh, that's actually like a really like insightful thing. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever heard the face proverb that every person has 3 faces. There's one face you put on for everyone, one face you put on for your close friends, and there's one face you put on for no one that you only put on for yourself.
I've heard that
I feel
before,
like
yeah.
I've heard that before.
I've always found that I think it's called a proverb. I've always found that kind of cool.
Yeah, it's accurate.
That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. That's just how it is. In that case, you won't have to worry about for the festival. Everyone's coming through. Everyone's coming through. All right. Might be hard, but I hope that'll give you an idea of what it's like. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival. I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Geez, I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised you're putting in all this effort for the club. I mean, I'm kind of forced to be here, so it makes me really happy. No problem. Okay, everyone, that's about it for today. Festival's coming up. Poems for tomorrow as well. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's a big day. Can't wait. I can do this. I can do this. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. For the sake of the club. And impressing Monica. Let's go. We know who, like, even the self-insert knows who the target is. Target. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Let's go. Kind of adorable, isn't it? Geez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. Must be a little nice, though. Well, okay, so they're already starting to concede defeat to Sayori. Which, I mean, again, given right now, I would pick Monica, but they're all sort of conceding defeat to Sayori. But Sayori's fine. I'd take Sayori. It's okay, Pierre, you don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. I will come with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori! Sorry, I was spacing out. Ah, no wonder. Think about something from earlier. I like how we get to, Sayori fumbles with her words, spend time together? So let's just say that one day, Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? Seeing as how she's easily the worst of the 4, I would probably turn her down. Put me on the spot here. Walk home with Yuri. I would still walk home with Sayori. Sayori, you really think I would ditch you for Yuri? But she's beautiful and smart. Yeah, but she's not exciting. She's not happy. She's sad.
She's the
depressed.
best.
I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. You're so silly. No, I'm not silly. Like, this is the play. Especially since we established earlier, there's a chance she might have some mental issues. So, based on that assumption, this was by far the right dialogue.
Established that earlier?
Yeah. Because you told me to pick the depression. I picked the depression, and she jumped up and down.
That could have just been a freak coincidence, though.
Oh yeah, a freak coincidence. Oh shoot, I forgot about the save point.
You're fine.
Did I get past? Wait.
You'll probably
No,
be
you're
fine.
fine. You'll know when you should save.
Like, what you could do, you could save right now to a different save file, because I think you got a bunch of them.
You do,
Yeah,
yeah.
I got 6.
Oodles of them. No, you got 9 pages of 6.
Oh, 9 pages of 6. Okay. Okay. All right. The big choice of this chapter. Everyone reads their poems. The first choice I've had so far was this, picking who I would walk home with. This was the first choice so far, after the president gives the tip to save your game. Which means there's a good chance that this was the big choice, choosing who I go home with. Huh.
Yeah, you can keep thinking that.
Okay. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted it. So, I mean, no, she wouldn't. Like, there is a clear hierarchy here. It is Monica, and then it is you, and then it is the police car girl, and then it is the depression one last.
Incorrect. Continue.
I also disagree, but...
I really can't figure you out sometimes. Sorry. Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never gonna happen? Conversation trails off. Kind of a weird thing for Sarah to care so much about. But I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival's only a few days away, so who knows what will happen. Okay. Another drink of water. The first couple notes of that track where it's kind of 8 or kind of like 16-bit E, I kind of like that. It reminds me of